Welcome back to another video on the rest of the way and to another edition of AEW Dynamite Out of 10. And it's a big show today because obviously we got all of the fallout from the big TV shows last week. And yeah, coming up to Grand Slam Australia now, which is only a week away, even if it's not a pay-per-view. And yeah, Dynamite kicked off in a big way this week because we focused on Kenny Omega, his recent return. And at first he came out and he said that he wasn't interested in teaming up with Will Ospreay, but yeah, that took a rapid change as the opening segment came on. Will Ospreay tried to play nice, but the cleaner said he would never trust him. Don Callis arrived and Omega went right after him. Takeshita and Fletcher saved Callis and battered Omega and Ospreay. When the tide began to turn, Archer and Cage came out to uneven the odds. Omega and Ospreay dived into the crowd and they climbed up one of the support beamers together. The cleaner admitted he could trust Ospreay and challenged them to a tag match at Grand Slam. A short opening promo that brought into a brawl, but it's a unique setup for the build. And yeah, I thought it worked really well. Even if Omega is forgiving and trusting Ospreay, it'll be surreal seeing them team up at Grand Slam. And yeah, can't wait for it. But moving on into the World Tag Team Champions, Private Party against Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. The Hurt Syndicate hurt Private Party throughout the match. While Cassidy and Quen fought hard, Shelton Benjamin hit the ring while Lashley hit a pair of spears to seal the win and the title change. The best performance of Lashley's time in AEW so far, delivering an impactful performance alongside Benjamin. The veterans looked dominant while still making Private Party look great in their final effort with the gold. It was a kind of match that the champs needed more time to deliver. The right team won nonetheless, but it didn't make Private Party look bad. Timing's everything, but AEW didn't really capitalise on the momentum of Private Party. Just 2 title defences in 3 months, and yeah, didn't diminish the moment, but hopefully Lashley and Benjamin can really drive the tag division forward because it's what it needs. Moving on then to Jeff Jarrett, who apologised for getting in the gutter with MJF last weekend and promised to deal with the salt of the earth away from the cameras. The Last Outlaw then called out Moxley, still wanting a world title shot. Castagnoli attacked him from behind. They agreed to a match next week where Jarrett would get his title shot if he won. This was significantly better than last week, but Jarrett's not delivering like a veteran he is on the mic. He's stumbling over the words and struggling to keep the crowd. The best part of this segment was how the Death Riders handled the situation. Although they struggled to deliver a cohesive vision in recent months, they're starting to build now. Castagnoli stepping up and blocking the way for Jarrett is good, but yeah, he should beat Jarrett next week, I feel. Moving on into Swerve against AR Fox. Ricochet distracted Swerve until Nano ran him off. AR Fox was close to an upset thanks to the distraction, but the mogul found him footing for a house call and Swerve stomp for the win. The one and only interrupted the celebrations, threatening Nano with scissors. Ricochet promised he would speak his mind next week. Swerve remains the gold standard for stardom in AEW. His reign of world titles elevated him to the top of the business, and he remains in that spot, making every segment better. His rivalry with Ricochet already elevated the one and only as a character performer, and this feud is as good as anything in AEW right now. The match will be a good reminder of what Fox can do, and yeah, hopefully a sign that he'll be used more moving forward. But yeah, very much looking forward to Ricochet against Swerve, I have to say. Moving on into MJF, who interrupted Hangman Adam Page time to deliver a strong warning to Jeff Jarrett that he will come back crawling to him after Castagnoli beats his brains in. After demanding the salt of the earth, the Cowboy made quick work of his local opponent with a clothesline. Afterwards, Hangman hit his opponent with the Angel Wings. Christopher Daniels arrived in a neck brace to tell the Cowboy he would never wrestle again after their match on Collision. As another direct response to last week's terrible segment, MJF rebounded with a simple, straightforward promo that delivered to the point. The tease of Hangman versus MJF was also very welcome and probably would be a big upgrade for MJF. What has made Hangman such a big star is his character motivations are always consistent. And yeah, this was far more promo than match, but I thought it played out well and showed some interesting long-term storyline directions. Moving on then to Julia Hart against Jamie Hayter. Hayter came out striking viciously against Julia Hart, clearly more motivated to win this rematch. She blasted Hart with a Haterade for the victory. Afterwards, Hayter grabbed the mic to put over Hart, agreeing to a rubber match whenever her new rival wanted it. This was an improvement on their first clash between the two, moving at a much brisker pace than Hayter's style. It was hard-hitting and it sold. Hart is still trying to figure herself out in a new landscape. Hopefully their third clash will get the necessary spotlight and possibly a stipulation to make the most of this trilogy. These two should be at the forefront of the women's division. Later in the year, they could be rivals for Mercedes Moné or Mariah May, I feel. So yeah, 6 out of 10. And then moving on then to Adam Copeland against Pac in our main event. The Bastard found an opening to target and injure Cope, focusing on his neck. Cope struggled to return, but with pairs of spears into a TKO for the win. Afterwards, the Death Riders revealed they had attacked the Rock and Roll Express in the back and tied up FDR. They headed to the ring to attack Cope until Jay White tried to make the save, only to get laid out as well. As White held down, Mox choked out Cope with the Bulldog choke until he passed out. He promised that he would not break Cope's neck next time if he didn't back off. Cope still can deliver in the ring, as he showed once again in this intense main event. A systematic attack on his neck, sold vulnerability and the shock loss. The Death Riders finally did what they have done for week, taking out FTR. It felt like a restart for the group, and I think it's what it really needed. But yeah, I think a good week compared to what we've seen recently. So I'll give it 7 out of 10. And overall, Dynamite this week gets a 6 out of 10 from me. I thought, yeah, it's a pretty solid episode of Dynamite. Still some bits that I'm not totally sure on the booking direction, but I thought there was lots of good bits in this show. I think kind of storylines that maybe haven't quite been hitting, will pick up a bit. New tag champs as well, which I'm supportive of. So yeah, I thought.
Hey guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.